Hello and welcome, beautiful Andromedan souls. This is going to be a general reading for the Andromedan star seeds for January 2023. Okay, so we have the Emperor on the top of the deck. Also, what came out with it, we have Temperance, Strength, and the Hermit also came out with it. So, especially with the Emperor and the Temperance, the stag to me has always signified divine masculine energy, and Temperance is kind of like the firm hand of a mother guiding you. So I think you are rediscovering strength within yourself. You're rediscovering how to use your energy, how to use your strengths, and how to use your strengths to improve your weaknesses. I think that's what this month is going to be about. For the Hermit, I feel like you've been in hermit mode for so long, and with this month bringing about strength and rediscovering yourself, it's going to you're going to be pushed out of the hermit mode, and it might make you feel slightly uncomfortable at first, but because you're being pushed out of this hermit mode, because you're going to be communicating more, seeing more, even if it's not just people but places, signs from your guides even. That's going to push you to get out even more, and this is going also it's also going to teach you how to use your energy to be even happier, more peaceful. The strength card especially, I feel like you almost feel like you're weak, you know? You don't believe in yourself, you don't believe in your capabilities, and that's all going to change. So either a choice that you made has pushed you into this hermit mode, or a choice that you're about to make is kind of going to reset the balance scale. But this card kind of goes with that because you have to remember that not only are you not for everyone, but this isn't everyone else's life that you're living. This is your life that you're living. So, and I think that's also where that strength card and that temperance comes in, because not only are you learning to balance your masculine and your feminine and your energies and how to use them and expend them and recharge them and all that other stuff, but you're also learning that if you don't take charge of your own life, it's going to, you're not going to be happy. So this month is not only about like claiming your territory, so to speak, but it's also about realizing how far you've come, what you've learned, applying those lessons that you've learned to your life actively. And by doing these things, you will regain trust within yourself and trust within your guides. It's not that hard to see your home, and this is for all star families. If you want communication, guidance, and signs, all you simply have to do is ask. So we have another divine masculine symbol here. We have the stag and the eagle. We also have spring. So this came out for a couple different readings actually. And this seems to be a collective thing with a lot of people. But for you, it's a little bit different. But what I'm getting with this one is it's, you know that there's rewards coming. You're excited for these rewards. So, which could be that strength thing. So it's almost like this is what's fueling that strength. It's just like, you know, you've been getting torn up by the cogs of the machine here. And you're finally going to receive. It's like it's been delayed, you know, but it's finally coming through, delayed by bad weather. Did you know that even turtles shed their shell? Pretty crazy, right? Snake is also a symbol of Medusa. So Medusa had worshipped Athena, and she was taken advantage of in Athena's temple. Poseidon came in and like took advantage of her, and so some say it was a curse, others say it was a blessing, but she was given her head of snakes that turn men into stone, and even the gods feared her, which is why they sent, I think it was like the half god Perseus or something, to kill her, and he feared her so much that he snuck in and he killed her in her sleep because he could not face her. Snakes are also a very big symbol of reclaiming your feminine power, and even if you're a male, you still have feminine power. We're all half and half. So, this could be a call to work with Medusa. It said that she only turned men into stone, not women. So if you've been seeing a lot of snakes recently, it could be a call to work with her. She can aid you on your journey. I think this whole month is just going to be a month of renewing, you know? Just leave last year's luggage with last year. Don't trip on what's behind you. Kind of silly if you think about it. But I guess it's also easier said than done. But you're not alone in that journey of leaving the past in the past. So we have Unity on top of the deck. We also have Heart Chakra underneath of that. So I think this is uniting your head and your heart is really what I'm getting from this, because self-love also came out. So I think there's a lot of things in you that just, they're not aligned like they should. And I think that's why you're struggling a lot with just your past, your present, and where you want to be. Which might be why you've been in hermit mode for so long, is because you're confused on what you actually want and what actually makes you happy. It's almost like you don't even know who you are and when you actually became who you are now. So we have the 4 directions. We also have the Stargate of Orion, which that one I'm going to read. We also have the 7 Sistars. And we have self-discovery. So no matter what starseed family we come from, there might be different smaller missions, but collectively it's a similar end result that we're all looking for. Which I think also has to do with this unity. Not only working with our starseed family community, but working with other starseed families as well. And with finding that unity, we'll be able to find that beaten path that's in this overgrown field. Star Child also came out. So you probably know a lot of star seeds, and they may or may not know that they're a star seed. But because you know that you're a star seed, you can help push them through this portal of knowledge. Maybe not push. How about coax? That's a better word. Coax them through this path of light and love and spreading that knowledge and helping them understand things that it may have taken you years to understand. Self-love also came out. So I think by accepting your mission and yourself and actually identifying where you're at, how you got there, and what steps to take next to bring you towards what you actually want out of your life, that will unlock that self-love door as well. It's almost like this Stargate is like one door to many different worlds, many different answers to problems. And by finding, locating where you're at and where you want to go, that's how you find that key. Oh, that's a different one. Sometimes no is the most loving response. It's okay to say no. It's okay to put yourself first. Sometimes most of the time, that's the best thing you can do. Because if you're not happy, but you're putting on that face of being happy, that's how you lose your direction over time of doing that, because you put your other people's needs before yours so much so that you forget what you actually need and want. True abundance is an inside job. And that is meant quite literally. I measure my success by how much fun I'm having. And I allow people to witness their behavior so I can help them move beyond it. You know, sometimes seeing things from someone else's perspective is the only way we actually see something that needs to be changed, because a lot of times things are subconscious. Like, for example, let's just say manipulation. This is just an example. So if you're in a relationship with somebody, and this could be a family member, it could be platonic, it could be sexual, romantic, any kind of relationship, even like employer to employee. So let's just say there's a little bit of like a toxic background, right? They went through something traumatic, and that trauma was never actually healed. It was just kind of folded up in a box and left in a closet. There's going to be repercussions for that, because now they've hung on to that trauma, and that trauma is going to be projected, okay? And they're not going to realize that they're projecting unless it's communicated in a respectful and loving way. It needs to be called out, but in a way that's not going to hurt them and make them resent you and make them do it even more, in a way to where they understand, oh my God, I'm hurting people because of this toxic thing that happened a couple years ago and I never even noticed. So sometimes that outside perspective is what actually causes that shift and that change. Hopefully that helped. Hopefully you have a wonderful January.